Jonathan will tell you about himself. So himself, what I know, he was an inventor, okay, and the patent rights owner for some kind of product. So we call him scientist, or we call him scientist. So he has this 24 years of speaking experience, public speaking experience in this English, Mandarin, Chinese, Cantonese, Chinese, okay. And he was own business owner. But today, why a business owner will come to this line, MLM, multi-level marketing, and he's doing great. What I can tell you is doing great. So, and this MCO is totally no effect on, his income. Okay. So I will put another 45 minutes for him. Let him share with you all what is about the topic today. So, Mr. Jonathan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, it's good. So, every one of us, please give Mr. Jonathan here a big clap or thumbs up, so we know you're still online with us. You're still here with us.
Michael, can I have the control of the slides?
Yeah. Of course, I will just pause. I will just stop sharing. Then you will share your slide.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, let us show some reactions to Jonathan. Jonathan, I will pass this to you. Then the lens, I will put you on spotlight video.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Nice to meet all of you here. So, first of all, actually, for DNG, now today's topic actually is about how to achieve zero cost consumption and wealth multiplication. So, let's get things going. You know, throughout this MCO, a lot of people actually learn a lot of lessons. Before the MCO in Malaysia, when COVID-19 just started, a lot of people saying that this is China problem, not our problem. And also, a lot of people claim that it won't hit Malaysia, they just happy-go-lucky. Do you think like that? Are you one of them or not? So, when the COVID-19 hit Malaysia, a lot of people are unprepared about the MCO. They won't accept the reality, the economy and all the activity will be shut down. So when MCO is in place, they are get a shock. Majority of people, when you look at a lot of this newspaper, now they are doing this poll. Even the TV now, they are using the polling for people to vote whether your income can sustain or not. Because just for the sad side, a lot of people, their income, their saving cannot sustain more than 1 month. This is talking about the extension of MCO until 14th of April only. The further extension, I suppose you already know. The MCO already extend again to 28th of April. I knew that a lot of people are suffering. But if you look at what happened and about newspaper write-up regarding post-MCO, you know, a lot of people, I just keep on reminding them, COVID-19, the fatality rate is very low, around 1% only. But the starving may kill you. If you just focus on COVID-19, never think of any contingency plan, then you will be in big trouble. There's a newspaper article saying about the new business model. So there's a lot, if you go to website, there's a lot of write-up regarding the consumer behavior shifting. If you refer to Nelson Intelligence Team, they're mentioning about the consumer behavior, there will be a huge change. If you are expecting when the MCO is over, everything will be back to the normal old style that you know of, you are familiar with, then you may be disappointed because everything is changed. You don't believe? I show you some evidence to prove that their stand is right. First of all, this photo. Do you agree that a lot of these places now they are imposing, like before you entering the premises, they will measure your temperature. Do you think that after MCO, will this come to a cease? Do you think it will continue? I can tell you, you just use like China as an example. China already won the war against COVID-19 as they claim, but when they open up all their so-called tourist attraction, restaurant, factory, they are measuring temperature. So this already become a norm in the new era. Not just this. Look at the second photo. I think we already well trained with the yellow line on the floor to make it 1 meter social distance. How do you think? After MCO, do you think? Do you comply? You know, a lot of people, they already make it a habit to keep 1 meter social distance. All those live now supposed to be have this kind of yellow boxes. So in future, let's say now we go fast forward a few months later. If you see the lift like this, were you rushing in like last time, just like sardine fish? I guess you know. Because of what? You already comply, you already adjust and adapt. And also there's a lot of sitting, no matter it's bank or government agency, they have this kind of red cross taping, prevent you to be sit much closer. And also, you need to get used to how people shaking hands in the future. You know, our PM, our Perdana Menteri, just mentioned that during this Hari Raya Aidilfitri, you should learn rather than last time the salam way, different. Because after COVID-19, people tend to be more protective. They don't want you to touch them. So that's why using an elbow or just bow will do. So you need to learn new way. They are not meant to be rude, but they are just want to protect themselves and their loved one. And during this MCO, I think a lot of people, they might find that online is much better. Not just Maybank to you. I'm not advertised for Maybank, just for clarification. So actually, the lot of this online transaction seems favor a lot of people. They get used to it, they like it. And I think most of you now got your good food around using Grab or Foodpanda, right now. You see or not? There's so many changes around us. And just one thing, I think you should agree with me. Now, video conferencing. That's why we meet here at Zoom OPP. You see, so many changes. So this is actually a defining moment. If you can't adapt to the new way of life, you are out. If you can adjust and capitalize on it, then you will be victorious. So now it depends on you. Just like last time, I guess some of our guests today is born before 1980. Then you should observe the birth of the era of computer. At that time, before 1980, there's no computer at all. Agreed? But after 1980, the born of the computer, I think you still remember MS-DOS, Windows, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, correct or not? So when it imposed in school, so I just want to illustrate one important example. If you, at that moment, you refuse to learn about the computer, then you are in big trouble today. I guess There's not much thing actually you can do. Maybe you're far behind. You are not competitive. So this is what we are talking about. A new era is beginning. So, in order to be successful, there's one saying that for most of the people, they hope that economy will turn better next year. That's why we have a lot of this song saying that next year will be better. Next year you will become richer. Everything will be complied to your wish. But in actual fact, let's face reality. Economy turn from bad to worse year to year. Every year, you hope that it will become better, but in actual fact, it's going downward. But do you observe that there's a minority people rich become richer? Do you know why? There must be something that they know that you don't know. So now I want to share you a secret. Warren Buffett saying that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Then some people may raise up a question, how to make money while you sleep? Because if you ask this question, that means that you still believe that work hard is the way to earn. But in this new era, it's not work hard, it's work smart. So, in order for us to break through, history always gives us a mirror and let us know the projection of forecast ahead of us. If you understand history, they may give you some hints what may happen after each important incident in our human history. I don't drag too far. 1988. Do you know that? Are you old enough to know that there's a financial crisis? 1988. It dragged about a few years. But after that financial crisis is the birth of internet. What you are using every day, the www. Do you think this is a breakthrough? So that's why this financial crisis, although a lot of people suffering, but is a birth of a breakthrough and change the way of life. In 1998, I suppose you are old enough to know that there's an Asia financial crisis. But after 1998, do you know what happened? Prior to 1998, all is wired, meaning that we connect to internet through wired cable. But after 1998, Wi-Fi, wireless, come into a lot of our practices. So, you see, it's different. You know, last time, before 1998, you ask the people, you ask them, hey, is it possible I connect to you using no wire in between us? A lot of people, they get used to the old-timer phone. They say that it's impossible. You should be connected by a wire. If you cut the wire, then cannot connect. But how about now? Even today, how do you think? If you tell people 30 years ago, there's a breakthrough things, I think they cannot imagine, they cannot conceptualize. Because there is very less visionary people in the world. A lot of people is just follower. They are not visionary. They can't see and they can't make things happen. They don't have the resources to make things happen. In 2008, I suppose you should know that there's a financial crisis, or else I think you are very young, below 18. Okay. After the crisis, you know what emerged in this world? The touch screen phone. What Every phone you are using now is touch screen. You don't know, it's all in 2008. The first touch screen phone is iPhone. So you see, isn't this a breakthrough? It changed. Last time our phone is so boring, but now it's so interesting. It even can be a mini computer. It can mini entertainment hub. Correct or not? It can be used for business purposes. But before 2008, I think if you tell people there will be some kind of phone that is no wire, you can carry along and you can do your business transaction, and all people, all information you can share, even video or photo or file. I think that person will think you are crazy, you are insane, because they can't imagine what you are saying. But in reality, have you observed that within this 30 to 40 years, the change of the era is much bigger than last time, a few hundred accumulated. You know, after 2008, there's even another breakthrough, not just in technology, it's also in coin. It's the birth of Bitcoin. Before that, Bitcoin have actually, they just can have some rough idea. They haven't conceptualized it. They haven't make it a reality. But 2008 forced them. They have no choice to make it a reality. So that's why now you see our world now is flooded by coin. I didn't promote coin, but I'm saying that the coin appearance really changed the shape of our world. Then 2020, this health crisis I can tell you, is never before. It's unprecedented. You never seen this before. Always, last time, all is financial crisis, but seldom or never you see a health crisis. And this health crisis, even the damaging is more than those financial crises, because it shut down our activity. Last time, our financial crisis just affect those maybe investors, those who have own property, maybe employee or employed like that, but it didn't shut down totally, make all businesses or activity come to a halt. So what I'm predicting, later on in following 20 minutes, I will try to convince you Zero Plus will be the next breakthrough. If you agree with me, come and join us. Because when you join us, you are still now the pioneer. As you know, the first taste of the soup, the profit, the best of it, always for the pioneer. Come, let me just bear with me for another 20 minutes. So, in order to be successful in this new era, like I told just now, a lot of people, they don't have resources to make things happen. They don't have visionary mind to change or shape the world. Of course, maybe you are the son of Bill Gates, Lee Ka-shing, maybe you have the chance. But we are just laymen. So for us laymen, if we want to start a new business, wow, we need huge capital. Seeing that MCO already come to a big damages, put a big dent to our financial, then how? What I'm proposing, because 20 years ago, I am facing the same situation as you. I what actually I'm doing, this is the SWOT analysis that I've done. Meaning that I try to look for a big ship that can make my dream fulfill and realize my dream. So there's a few criteria. How do you look at opportunity and how do you look at the big ship? Okay, so first, you should have, if let's say you are looking for a company to board, you are boarding this big ship, you should look at a local company instead of a foreign one. Because do you find that our world economy is more fragile recently? If you look at a local company, do you agree that we don't have the issue of currency exchange? If you don't have the currency exchange, then the price of the product won't fluctuate much. Do you agree? Second, because of this health crisis, do you find that the supply chain broken? So if you are a local company, I suppose that the damaging is not so huge because just local. Okay, so just now you have heard about Michael's explanation regarding the company background. DNG is a local company, so it don't have the issue of foreign exchange. It don't have the issue of supply chain management because of it's local. It's very easily delivered to you. And also another thing, always, I'm not sure you are patriot or not. I'm a patriot. If local company is from Malaysia, this company should take care of Malaysian at its best because we are same Malaysian. So I love Malaysian. I believe that a local company will help to make we Malaysian more successful in a world stage. Second, the local company, if there's a lot of local company, but how do you choose? You need to choose those have strong background. Do not choose those 1 or 2 year company. It's very risky. In a survey, a lot of people, they know if a company can sustain more than 10 years, this company is quite solid. The foundation is quite solid. So how do you think a company almost 40 years? Oh, and somehow it's the largest pharmaceutical company in Malaysia. How do you think? How do you think? If you own this company, you supply to 50 countries, and also most of the hospital, clinic, pharmacy, and doctor, will you risk your company for the sake of start some funny MLM business? I guess no, because you will take any subsidiary that you set up, any coin that you set up, any business that you set up, you will be responsible. That's why if a local company with a strong background, then you can rest assured it won't have any pinky. The most important, international standard, because there's a lot of company local, they have strong background, but international standard. Have you just now heard of what Michael said? The CGMP. If CGMP, if you check what is CGMP, you will know this is not an ordinary ISO standard or GMP standard. It's much more superior. That's why when I try to convince people about our company will be the leader of the next era, look at our company first. If you convince, then we move further. It should be in health-related industry, because I guess you also understand that in future I think most of the people will be more health conscious. If you operate in health-related industry, they say, oh, you sure fat one. Because of what? Because all people will be rushing to buy health-related product. You don't believe? If you go to KLSE, most of the stock price shooting down, but a few company, all is healthcare related, shooting up. That's why people already tell you, the trend already tell you, it should be health related industry. I think you heard just now Michael saying about we are in this industry. Third, for a consumer, gradually cheaper product until FOC. A lot of people say, Jonathan, you're right, you mistype anything or not? How can it be FOC? Yes. Later on, I explain to you, I prove to you. For investor, earn FOC investment. Oh, a lot of people say, oh, if this is really can be carried out and proven that this may happen, surely I think a lot of consumer and investor will turn into DNG. If you go to outside like pharmacy, go to any company, maybe you enjoy just one-time discount. But is it possible? Cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. I think the boss won't like you every time ask for more discount. But when one day you ask for FOC, I think they will kick you out. For investor, this is the heaven. If they can earn FOC investment. The fourth, it should be automated and online backed by blockchain technology. Why automated is very important? That's like this lockdown period. Everything in DNG is automated, meaning that my member, they go online, make payment themselves, then arrange the delivery, then HQ will deliver to them without me doing. What I know is I just have commission and earning. I don't know where it comes from because I have a huge network. I don't know where it comes from. But I know is I have no problem at all. If this business model cannot deliver your customer's order and still need you to do the delivery, that means that it's not business. It's just busyness. Make you busy. You are self-employed. Talking about business should be it automated generate a lot of things for you. And online is very crucial, especially in this moment. Online, a lot of people, they can do it even in MCO, no problem. And what is blockchain technology? Blockchain is a very powerful technology that drive all those coins. You know, with blockchain technology, you rest assured that everything you have done can be easily traced. The traceability. The last is the marketing plan to boost multiplication effect. If you have a fair marketing plan that reward everyone as your effort putting in, then this is a fair. And also it should boost the effect. Then later on, I will share with you how each thing. Okay, now the first and the second, Michael have done a good job explaining to us. Now we zoom into the consumer gradually cheaper product and the FOC that for investor earn FOC investment. It is a concept of zero plus. Okay, it's a concept actually introduced by our founder, Mr. Perry. Okay, this is actually a very brand new business model that we believe that it will change how consumer spending in future. Last time when you spend, you can say bye-bye, goodbye to your money because it is not going to come back. But this time, when you buy spending in DNG, you are expecting DC coming back. When the DC coming back, you can use it to buy product on other people's behalf, or if you don't like selling, then on your own behalf also can. Then you can have cheaper product gradually, because just example, the first time you buy a product, let's assume it's mangosteen and 28 type of fruit juice. It's 180, assume. Let's say you buy the 180, you bought it, then the DC will come back to you. If your status is just a loyalty customer, you will get around 20%. Okay, so 20% is 36 ringgit. So this 36 ringgit will put into the system, and we giving you back DC every day at 0.07%. And with this around 30 days, how much you get? Around 80 cents. So this 80 cents you can use to contra the next product you purchase. And also, it keep continuing giving you. And the next mangosteen that you buy, it gives you another 36 ringgit again. Meaning that the first 36 ringgit, actually, if you study the 0.07%, it will come to around more than 10 years to give you back. So meaning that every day the return is there in DC format. But if you buy for the mangosteen second time, the first box of mangosteen still returning to you. Then the second box of mangosteen also return to you. Then you have double return. If double return, when you next purchase again, you will find that it's cheaper. Then if you buy again for the third time, it's a triple return. Then you will find that it's even cheaper. So loyalty bonus is distributed using the blockchain technology and is limited. If this DC is limited, meaning that in future there will be handful of people only own the DC, and for current moment, DC can only redeem all products of company. But in a very near future, when our DC mall is started, then you will see there is a lot of product, even though fast-moving consumable goods will be available for your redemption using DC. Then one day, when DC is listed, you can exchange DC, trade DC for cash. So that's why when it's limited, meaning that it's more valuable. If it's unlimited, we can forecast the DC value will be going downward because of the supply is too much. If the supply is limited, but if you go to fast-moving consumable goods, there's a lot of demand. If demand is huge, supply is less, then you can foresee the DC value will be going up. And also, just now, Michael have explained that we have 50 countries market. So where actually our company is in the progress to actually consolidate all this network under one huge umbrella of DNG worldwide. Then DC will be used in these 50 countries in the world. Then this why is when the DC is popular, it's used by a lot of people, and with limited supply, then if you own a lot of DC at this moment, then congratulate, you are the lucky one. For a consumer, they gradually cheaper product until FOC, like just now I have explained to you. Even with no selling, because of the DC return, whenever you use the DC to buy again, it generates even more DC. And for investor, why? It's FOC investment. It's very simple. For even though you are very smart, you are very good in investment elsewhere, but you sure need some health product to protect your body, correct or not? You see, now COVID-19, a lot of tycoon are falling down. A lot of superstars are falling down. For investor, if you buy the product from DNG, the DC is given you free. When you go for coin, any other investment, you still need to fork out money to buy. But if you are in DNG, beside health, you got free DC. And the DC value now is at the lowest of 12 cents. How do you think? If you go to stock market, I guess you will go into a market when the price is the lowest. But a lot of people don't know when is the bottom lowest. Correct or not? But this, we can assure you, this is the lowest, 0.12. Think about this. If you are a smart investor, now you already know what I meant to you. So, the fourth point is about automated and online backed by blockchain technology. Every of our member, whether you are buying a big package or a small package, you will have an individual login page. When you log in, you will see your investment, you will see your coin, your DC. So there's no need. You call up Michael, hey, how many coin I have today? No need. You have your own control. And also, there's a history record, keep you informed of everyday history record, whether the company is doing a good job in giving you back a DC or not. So everything is in proper manners. Just for example, if you buy a gold package, 6 months, you already accumulate more than 3,000 DC. Now, you think, just example. If you bought a gold package around, let's say, around 6,980, let's assume it's 7,000. Now, you got 3,000 DC. If the future listed value is $1 only, we don't actually boasting about our DC will become like Bitcoin. No. We just assume it's $1 only. If $1 only, your coin 3114 will become 3114 US dollar. Then if you sold it, oh, it's times 4 ringgit. It's around 12,000. Actually, how much you invested? 7,000 only. You got product or not? God, 7,480 product. Then product is free or not? Yes, it's free. Then you still earn 3114 US dollar. Yes, it's much than what you invested. That means that the product is free. Some more, after you sold off this 3114, the next day, DC still coming again until year 15. It's actually beyond year 15. How good deal? Can you imagine how good deal is this deal? You can't find elsewhere. That's why I told you it's a breakthrough model. It has actually infinite potential. I don't know, if let's say that after you sold this, then you are so lucky, the next year it appreciates to $10 or $100. Oh, then I think this will be a very good investment in your history record so far. So the automated and the online and blockchain, you see now the green color all is because of the online. Okay, I just highlight a few. The order and payment online, all people now already understand, because order and payment you can do it online. But leverage is one of the very good point that you should look at. How to leverage. For example, this Zoom OPP. If you really like this Zoom OPP, if you say, oh, I don't know how to convey the DNG business to other people. Oh, so simple. You just invite them, come here, then we do the talking. But you need to do the follow-up. You cannot blame the speaker for not doing a good job for closing your customer. I cannot do that. But you can actually leverage on all resources our HQ is providing, like speaker, like the Zoom OPP, to help you to relay the message to your potential customer. Then the automated, you see the white color, is delivery. Blockchain, traceability. Oh, somehow I forgot to tell you. FOC, 2 pieces of DC daily is accumulated more than 10,000 DC. Just now, 6 months, already have 3,000 DC. If you keep on accumulating until 10,000, then you got 2 DC daily. Oh, this is interest. So, you see, actually, by comparing us with other blockchain, you need to buy, you need to spend money to buy, correct or not? But ours is free, right? We are giving you free. DC is not for selling, it's giving you free. And a lot of people speculate, don't know whether they got the value or not. They just speculate. And also, the network data, they don't have the network data at all. But we have our data. Usage, they just keep it. And they can't be used. If they want to exchange your product, no, blockchain, they don't have product. You just on paper gain. You understand what is paper gain? If the computer delete everything that you have, then gone. Even your capital gone. So the DC can be used immediately in DNG. You can exchange for product. Founder is unknown. Oh, founder in this DNG, then you know DC, the founder is actually our DNG group. There's so many physical factories, 7 factories. Do you find that it's more reliable that you lean on some have physical building rather than those virtual online company that you even don't know who is the founder, whether they got office or not, whether they can cabut or not, you also don't know. Background, other blockchain, a lot of time you also don't know. Like even you see, Bitcoin up to today, they also don't know who is the founder. They just speculate, okay, the Japanese guy is the founder, but they are not sure. But DC, we are giving you everything is sure. So the current business, we have a current business. And also DC, we are in a proper and high demand industry. You see, our DC is backed up by our strong business. That's why, compared to other blockchain or other coin, we are the best. And if you compare to FD, fixed deposit, how do you think? Now, seems that it's only 3%. So it's very low. So in DC, it's much better than what you have done elsewhere. Okay, marketing plan. How our marketing plan? Actually, a lot of people ask me, oh, it's very difficult to memorize all those marketing plans. Actually, all is calculated automatically. Just for your info, you don't have a concept that or misunderstand that if you don't know marketing plan, then cannot do DNG business. No. It's just for your knowledge only. You have sponsor bonus. You have special sponsor bonus. So whenever you have like invite anybody coming in, then you earn sponsor bonus. Some people, they say, I don't like selling. Then do you think that if you use your wife's name or your husband's name or your son's name or your mother's name or your father's name under you, buy the product, then you earn the commission. Do you think this is selling or not? So this is the system, our system that will permit you to earn back your sponsoring income, even though you don't like selling to outsider. So, like there's another income is pairing. Pairing, oh, is very good. Last time I looked at DNG system, I like this very much because of what? It just have one membership that you can conquer the whole world. A lot of other MLM company, they have different membership per country. Meaning that, example, if I'm doing very well in Malaysia, if I want to penetrate Singapore market, I need to start all over again with the lowest, enroll as a member, then from there, I grow again. Oh, this is difficult. But for DNG, one membership conquer the world. All those other country member will be under your pairing bonus. Can you imagine? In July 2020, according to our founder, Mr. Perry, during this anniversary in January in Penang, he's saying that we will penetrate the 200 country, the market. If this is going to be happen in this July, so what do you think? So a lot of people, they ask me, you know not, if you are the kind of people, there's two kinds. One is waiting for things to happen. Other is make things happen. If you are the kind who wait, they ask me, Jonathan, I cannot travel. It's very far. If I got one prospect in China, one prospect in Japan, one prospect in UK, then how? I say, do you see that why DNG, we are doing the Zoom? Because we are preparing for the future, for your benefit. We are building up the platform. Now is the time for you to start. Rather than next time you will be regret. Maybe all your family member, all your relatives overseas already sponsored by me because I'm very aggressive. So this is why you need to come into action now rather than waiting. Because after this, you will hear our company very soon will announce the DC model. This is for us to penetrate the world at a much easier way. You can share the link to other people. When other people, I mean other people not in Malaysia. Anyone, whether it's in Malaysia or in the whole world, click your link, then they are under your sponsorship. Do you like that or not? Then you can invite them for Zoom. They no need to travel here. You no need to travel there. But what they are buying, because they are buying online, correct? No? Then you still own the bonus. I can tell you, you don't say I'm proud. I don't know where my income coming from. But I can tell you, one day you will be the same. Because there are so many people around the globe is under your sponsorship. You also don't know where this income is coming from. That's why. And also, our bonus, we calculate twice a day. Isn't it good? You, if let's say you are underemployed, you only get your bonus or your salary once a year, once a month. But this is talking about bonus twice a day. Good, no? And also, just for your info, you know, when I first started DNG business, the first few months, I've already acquired my E1 and E2 account. So, what is actually the benefit? I just tell you the benefit rather than how you acquire it. It's very simple. Whenever you have this, then you have extra 10% of all the members buying under you. Okay. For example, when I come to Penang, I put all my Penang team members under my E1. Whether they are actually under my E1 account, they are in one line or two line. By the way, we are actually binary format. That means that only two lines. But whether if they are just putting one leg. I don't mind. Because my E1 promised me to give me 10% of every member's buying in the month. 10%. Isn't it good? It means that it's very good for like actually as a retirement fund already. So earning with single leg and also unlimited. It don't like give you a limit of like you only can override for 6 generations, 7 generations. No, it's unlimited. That's why this is good about the marketing plan of DNG. And also, there's a very fair element. I hope that you don't mind. I just a very simple sharing. My upline, even their income also lesser than me. You know why not? This is very fair because it didn't say that upline will be much earn more than downline. Because of what? I have two legs much balanced than him or her. That's why if you really put your heart in DNG, build up a proper network, you will find that one day you may be in a more excellent position than your upline. For example, if you achieve like 12,000 US dollar in 1 year, then you're already Ruby. And Ruby, they also got a trip. Last year, I think we go to Bali. Okay, so per director, if you have income of 29,000 US dollar in a year, then you also have travel incentive, 700 US dollar. Okay, then you are per director. Then if you doing much better in a year, you accumulate 50,000 of US dollar. Then you are Sapphire director. So this is actually the ranking that show that how good you are in DNG. So you heard just now what Michael saying, I'm just per director. You see how many ranking here? 6 total. So actually, if you know deeply, I'm just nobody in DNG. I'm just a normal member, just a little bit lucky in per director. There's a lot of people better than me. If you heard their presentation, I can tell you, you will be more amazed. So, and also just for your information, there's a lot of opportunity actually in DNG. There's still not yet any crown director or super crown. Maybe you are the one that will be achieve this, acquire this director, the first one. Why? You know why or not? You don't believe me? You have very bright chances of acquiring crown and super crown than others. You don't look at others, it's you. I'm talking about you. You know why? Because just be frank and logic. In Malaysia, there are a population of 30 million. You know how many people are Chinese speaking, Mandarin speaking? I guess it's less than 12. So, meaning that all the while, we DNG only focus on Mandarin OPP. That means that at most, they can capture how many percent of Malaysia? 12%. In actual fact, do you think that they can capture all 12%? No. But English speaking, oh, huge. Malay speaking, huge. That's why this is a blue ocean. That's why today our management, they are very visionary. They want to start out the English speaking OPP. We are not the same anymore. Because of this, we see a lot of opportunity is coming. Then we are ready for that. So actually, we are the creator of the future. Don't just wait for the future to come to you. Let us work together, and because of DNG already prepare a solid foundation for us, you should make the right choices rather than last time I told you, work hard. Work hard is no more the story. Now the story is work smart. Why you still need to hesitate? I just share you a very short story. 20 years ago, I worked in a factory. You know, when there's a chance, every year, factory, they give us incentives of like, if you acquire a language efficiency, meaning that you actually pass the language test, then I got every month 100 ringgit. Okay, you see, don't look at me like this. I really like that also, like you, also hunger for 100 a month. So last time, I go for the Japanese efficiency language test in the factory. The factory, I can tell you, is Inventor. So it's in Penang, Inventor. So I go there, I pass the test, and also the CEO, Mr. Wen, is a late Mr. Wen passed away. Actually, he passed away in 2003. I really respect this CEO. Okay, this CEO at that time asked me, invite me to go inside his room. No, I am actually nobody, but go inside his room, and he speak to me in Japanese language. I just passed the Japanese language efficiency test, but I go inside, I cannot speak at all. I also don't know what he's talking about. Then, later on, he tell me, come and sit down. I tell you one thing. If you pass the test for 100 ringgit per month, it's not a problem. You will get it because you already passed. But I can tell you, if you want to excel in your personality, excel in your career, advance in your business, what you should do next time? You should do it from your heart. When you want to be successful, now I relate to DNG. If you want to be successful in DNG, rather than always hope for DNG giving you anything, think of how you contribute to DNG. How you can use your talent to help out all fellow, whether it's your downline or upline or sideline, never mind. We are in one company. So at that time, Mr. Wen, the CEO, told me that if you want to learn, you need to learn with your heart. Every morning, he wake up at 5 o'clock to learn Russian, to learn French. That's why it really motivates me. Afterward, I tell myself, in order to be successful, I need to learn a lot of languages. That's why I wake up early. Then to learn in different language about public speaking, not just about conversation. If you conversation with like in Cantonese or what, it's no big deal because of what, a lot of time you can pause. But in public speaking, you need to very good. Your mind need to be turned very fast. But if this, you already acquire this, then you are ready. You know, when this COVID-19, the MCO, before it closed, we already prepared this Zoom way before company started. We run it every day, way in and way out from 14th of March, before MCO. Why? Because we know that one day Zoom video conferencing will be the future that we can reach 200 countries. That's why when companies start the Zoom, I'm so happy. Now I have a chance to contribute my talent. And also, fellow DNG member, or you not yet a member, just think. If we want to penetrate the whole world, let it be realistic. If you don't convey in English and you don't convey in Mandarin, that Mandarin is for China and Taiwan, and English is for the rest of the world. If you can't do this, then you tell me, how can you penetrate the whole world? We need your talent from the shape of business point of view, you got, if you are coming as a consumer, you got gradually cheaper product. If you're coming as investor, you got FOC investment. But we really, really hope that one day you can be part of us. Let leave one day a legacy in this world. We set a breakthrough record. Other people will remember DNG as a team that we break through after health crisis COVID-19. So welcome to DNG. Hopefully you will be on board. I already buy my onboarding ticket with DNG because I know DNG will be successful one day, but whether you will be successful or not, I'm not sure. Depend on whether you already have the ticket to the future that DNG promised. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Jonathan, thank you for your presentation, Mr. Jonathan. Let's everyone give Mr. Jonathan a big round of applause. Yeah, big clap to Mr. Jonathan. Okay, once again, thanks for the sharing. So I hope everyone can understand what Mr. Jonathan tried to bring out. Mr. Jonathan tried to let us know we have to find our another source of income or extra income at this MCO period. Okay, this is very critical for not only Malaysia, not only Penang. It's a globally disaster. Okay, so in this special MCO, what do you learn? What do you find for yourself? Okay, for your future. So DNG is a very great platform. It's not a new company. We established 10 years ago. So we have a great products. We have a very good platform waiting for you. All right. So now I'm going to, is my sound check? Everyone okay?